y'all? You already know it's your girl, Tae Marie, and I'm back on this thing. What's up? Welcome to Soul Food Podcast. Okay, we back at it. We back in my room, honey. Okay, don't mind me. I got me something to eat, because you know your girl loves something to eat. Got me something to drink, okay? So y'all already know this is episode 33. And what I'm calling this is Mend the Past. One thing that led me to where I'm at now is if people are already hip to the show, you know, leaving my past relationship was very much an experience, and going from there and leaning on my family, you know, for support, for, you know, help. I definitely say it was a big helping hand in where my son and I are at today. Let's start with the first question, which is, what does healing mean to you? And what I wrote is to restore or to make yourself feel better. So what does healing mean? So from what they're showing me, there's different types of healing. There's physical and emotional healing, the journey of healing, and the key components of healing. But the overall, it says healing is personal, non-linear. I feel like I'm messing that up. Non-linear process of growth that involves integrating physical, emotional, and psychological wounds to regain a sense of wholeness and resilience. So to continue on what we already was talking about, we were talking about last week about your legacy, your family, you know, big part in it. It's not what you give, it's what you put into your people. How that can also be difficult, you know, and I feel like this is what this episode is about mending that. Let me look at one more thing. I want to see what truly mend means. Mend means repair. Something that is broken or damaged. Repair a material. So I guess when it comes back down to what I said my relationship is something that, you know, I felt like out of all the things that I went through before in my life, this was the hardest, because, you know, when you usually break up with somebody, it's just like, okay, see you later. See you later. Like, I'm out of here. But the difference is this time I have a child, you know, so it's not like I could say see you later. Like, I still be seeing this man, like, you know. But how I had to move in this situation was staying mature about it, you know. I had to stay mature, because regardless, even though, you know, like I said before, I never seen myself really having to do that. But in that situation, I had to do that. I really lost myself. I didn't see myself, you know. I didn't see myself in the mirror. I didn't know who I was. You know, I was very lonely. I didn't have much people to talk to. I was going through it. Like, even now when people be talking to me now, and they was like, Taylor, you was looking crazy. Like, I didn't know what was going on, because you didn't ask me. I was behind closed doors really fighting. Like, I was really trying to hold on to that relationship. I was really going through some shit. Like, excuse my language, but I really was. Like, you know, I didn't have nobody to talk to, you know. And when I look back at it, I was really just, it was a lot of stuff, piling on to a lot of stuff. And I was just thinking about this yesterday. I was just in a big cycle of people pleasing, you know, like even when because it made me think of this because I just got back to work after, spraining my leg or whatever. And when I sprained my leg, a lot of people was blowing me. Like, they was blowing me for real. Talking about you really hurt? You can't make it for real. You can't do this for real. You really need help. Yes, I'm not just limping because I like how it looked. Like I'm practicing my pimp walk. What you think I'm just limping for? Like I'm hurting. This is what it looks like in the physical when you are in pain and something is off and something is wrong. That's what it looks like. I'm going to be limping. I'm going to be holding my arm. I'm going to be holding my stomach. Like, that's what that looks like. And I feel like people finally admitted to me, like, oh, well, Taylor, you just always act so strong. I'm just surprised that you needed help or you really in pain. And it just also showed me too, I mean, not that I should be running to people in my rescue, but I'm saying like maybe I should ask more people for help, because that really did blow me. Like, is this the person that was shown when I was really going through things? Like, is this why nobody called me? Is this why nobody checked up on me? Because they just always knew that I was okay. And even people was telling me, like, you know how you get in relationships, there's no talking to you, and da-da-da-da-da. But I just also feel like, how you gonna tell me what I look like in a relationship when, I mean, I never really had, this was basically my realest relationship I ever had. Like, I don't think that I was too closed off about things. Like, I don't remember too much advice, maybe from my mother, but like, I felt like that advice was coming because I was pregnant. Like, I thought that was what it was. But I don't know, I look back on a lot of stuff. I beat myself up a lot about that time period of my life, because even before my grandmother died, my grandmother didn't talk a lot after she had her strokes. And one day my mom called me like, your grandma personally says she wants to meet said person. And we didn't end up going, me being, I guess, I don't know. It was a situation where he just wasn't ready for it. And I took that to heart. Not took it to heart in a bad way, but it's just like, I had empathy for the situation. I'm like, okay, I won't force it, but nah, I needed to go. And I don't know. I just felt like I would have, she would have told me something that I kind of already knew. And I beat myself up for not going to her because, nah. A month later is when she passed away, but still, like, I should have really just went, if not with him, by myself. She would have definitely just had something to say then. I didn't want her to say nothing then because I didn't want it to be a conversation. Because I was thinking about it now, I did used to get offended about the relationships I had. Of course, I was always in a situation where either somebody want to be woman enough to come to me and tell me about whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted peace in the things that I was investing in. I didn't really care for none of that. Like, I wanted to be happy in my own situation. So, but, you know, after going through all that, you know, and getting to the point where I had to make that phone call to my uncle, let him rest in peace. But I had to make that phone call to him to get back into a peaceful area, a peaceful place. You know, it sometimes brings tears to my eyes because I really didn't want to make that call that day. I didn't want to make that call. Like, I was pulling up to work. I remember I was crying. And something whispered to me, call your cousin. And I'm like, call her for what? She don't even be answering the phone. And I just heard it again, call your cousin. Before you walk into them doors, call your cousin. And I called her, and she answered. And she asked me what was wrong, and I told her. And that 3-way call happened, and I was up. I'm telling God, like, it was, I was up. And being in that position, I seen, like, because I ain't gonna lie, like, after getting to that point, you know, I got tricked out of my spot. I ain't gonna lie. But that's when I started seeing colors. I started seeing things. And I feel like that's when I truly was listening. Because after I fell for the whoop that landed me back kind of where I was at, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a situation where, I don't even know. I'm trying to not spill tea while spilling tea. I felt like I was still in the fog. I still had them rose-colored glasses on, you know what I'm saying? And then a door was open for me where now I feel stable. I feel good. I'm out of this place, you know? But, in that place, I didn't have boundaries. I had to realize that I had to create boundaries if I really was going to go to that place. So when I finally buckled down this time, I had a deep conversation with myself and with God. You guys already know. And I listened. And I did everything I was told to do. Like, when I tell you everything was lining up, I was scared. Like, I was scared. I was shaking like I'm shaking now. Like, because I remember being there. And everything, every obstacle that was thrown at me, I had to be smart. I had to put those boundaries in place. I had to remember why I'm even here. You know, and everything else fell into place how it was supposed to. And when I finally got to that place of setting boundaries and being in my new peaceful place, I just started growing after that, you know. For one, I gave myself some compassion. I cared about what I was going through. I knew I wasn't ready, you know. And even when I was telling people about situations, that's when not only did I have to let go of that relationship, I had to let go of friendships. I remember one night I was sitting with some associates of mine and they brought up my situation or whatever. Oh, I heard you homeless. What in the world? Is that how we're going to start the conversation? But luckily, I had good news. I'm like, yeah, it's a little rocky right now, but luckily, something came through and I should be moving there soon. You know what their reply was? Oh, if y'all was to tell me some news, I would be like, yes, I know that's right. You better get that house. You better get that house, okay? You better do what you got to do. Especially when people knew what I was going through behind closed doors. Like, that's the answer? Oh. I'm like, wow. So then that's when another thing came out. I can't be around certain things because at the end of the day, people are going to push me back into that place where I felt like, I felt like I belonged. When I was down, when I was hurt. I don't belong there. I don't belong there because I got to see how it feels to be over here. And I don't even feel the same way when I was over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel anxious. I don't feel timid. Like, people used to tell me that. Like, Taylor, are you okay? Like, you're so... Like, no, I was not. I was very much not. I always had to stand on my toes. I was in survival mode. And more and more and more, when I was loving on myself behind my new closed doors, in this room right here, where I cried, where I wrote, where I screamed, where I danced, where I healed, I had to show myself a lot of compassion. I had to rebuild myself, my self-confidence. I had to stay away from people that I seen for my own self. It's very, very easy to be observant and watch people that you thought really cared about you, liked you, wanted the best for you, to turn and you peep like, you liked when I was over there. You liked when I was in that mode. But now, since I'm healing, I'm doing good for myself, feeling better, looking better. Now it's an issue. Like people be coming to me all the time. Like ever since I left my situation, I slimmed down a little bit, I guess, because I'm not doing and eating the same things I used to. If one more person come to me and try to put on me bad juju or say, are you this? No, I am not. Like, it's just like, what is wrong? Like, it's just that bothers me. Because if I see somebody, like, unless I'm over here dying, like, trust me, I'm far from it, y'all. The next thing I just want to say is being in that spot. Like, I cannot express how thankful I am for my uncle. So sad things ended the way it did. But I'm glad I was there for his last days, because I used to go visit him anyways after my aunt passed away. And he was heartbroken, man. He was so heartbroken in that house. However, I was thankful that he gave us, me and my son, a place to lay our head. I'm thankful for my cousins, mainly my one cousin that was there as well, taking care of him. But on nights where we ain't have it or whatever, dinner was made. you know, it's just, you know, and it gave me my space, you know. When my one friend did come visit me while I was there, you know, he made us dinner, you know what I'm saying, poured us some wine or whatever. We was cool, we was chilling. You know, she got to meet my family, and it was good. It felt good, you know, in a moment where I felt like I needed support, and people really reached out and came to me, even after I lost my uncle. Like, you know, I'm thankful for the people that did show up in my life, that didn't just see me as a strong individual. They see me as a person that needed a hug, damn it. That needed a hug, that motivated me. Like I told y'all before, my sis, she knew that I got out of that situation. And she know I didn't want to get out of that situation. She know me. And what she do? She called me, Taylor, you've been through so much. Come to church. I want you to come to church. You better be here. Texting me every day. You better be there on Sunday. You better be there on Sunday. You better remember it's this day that's going to happen. She didn't tell me what I was going to. I thought we was just getting the word, girl. I thought we was getting the word. No. My sis told me, yeah, Taylor, it's time. It's time. Give your life to God. I'm like, you ain't tell me that. Give your life to God. This seat right here for you. You about to get baptized today. You about to change your life today. And I want to say right here, right now, I love you. I love you because you cared. You cared. You didn't talk mess about me. You cared for me. She used to be on the phone while I was ill. Telling me about me. When I found out things weren't right. Giving me advice. And I was scared. I was scared because I'm just like, man. Not even for the fact of like the cliche thing. Oh, no, nobody won't want me. People show me every day that they want me. Don't mean they really want to commit to me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just for the fact that I know what comes with what I'm going to have to do. How he was moving. I knew that eventually I was going to have to move on or deal with it. But what I was dealing with is not what I wanted to sign up for. That is not the person that he showed me he was. You know. So, you know, from then on I had to set goals and I had to check off my marks. You know, boom, like I told you before, the car. You know. The house. Shout out to my other uncle. You know, we been here and it's a blessing. I don't care what nobody say, it's a blessing because I have it. I have the opportunity to be somewhere to stack up bread and to still go on. And I can't let this go, but therapy. I'm telling you, if you feel like you need to go talk to somebody, you need to go to therapy. Therapy was the best decision I ever made. Like, real talk. Like, my therapist was cool. But one thing I realized while being in therapy, besides venting, she was going to hold me accountable for everything that I had going on. And not just my relationship, many relationships. I told her about everybody. And she held me accountable. That's another reason why I moved the way I did. I set those boundaries the way I did. Because that next week, so how'd it go? Did you talk to him? Did you tell him how you feel? Did you talk to that friend? Did you tell them how you felt? Did you talk to your mother? Did you talk to your father? Did you talk to your siblings? Yeah, all of that. All of that. And my thing back then was like, I can't do it. They not going to want to mess with me. They not going to want to talk to me. And she used to say, what a great way to clear the room. What a great way to clear the room. Accountability. By holding people accountable. By asking those questions. You know, you knew I was going through this. Why you ain't call me? Well, you never told me. But I don't flip it back on me. Don't do that. Answer my question. Why you ain't calling me? Why I gotta tell you after I've been through it already? Where was you when I needed a shoulder? And it's not to make nobody feel bad, but it's really for you to see what's your answer to this? What's your answer? Because when you call my phone, oh, you better, are you coming? Let a motherfucker be late. Now I'm the worst person ever. Let me miss it and I have something else to do. Another commitment to somebody else. Now I gotta beg you to talk to me. I said I was sorry. No, because you're supposed to be there for me. Nah. It was a lot of that going on. It was a lot of that. And my therapist helped me see it. And when I seen it, it made me stop. Like, you really about to do this? Like, let you blow my phone up all day. But as soon as I have something I care about, well, you know I couldn't make it. Don't do that, Taylor, because you know I couldn't make it. Okay? You probably have another one day, and maybe I'll come. Maybe. It's just like, I had to heal from a lot of stuff. I had to heal for people-pleasing people for a very long time. For putting people before me. You know what? I got into an argument. Let me give y'all an example. Not even an argument. But it was so crazy. I'm getting ready to go. Okay, about to go out. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? You know what, baby? I'm going to take my time. I'm going to rub my lotion all over my body. I'm about to smell good. I'm about to go out here. Not even for, whoever, but it'd be nice if somebody broke their neck or whatever while I'm out here. It'd be real nice. Taking my time, doing me in the bathroom, dancing to some Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, I'm getting ready to go. I get a phone call. Where you at? You taking too long. Oh, I'm still getting ready. You still getting ready? What you doing? I'm trying to look good and smell good. Can I do that? Okay, how long that about to take? Damn! Nancy Drew, what's going on? You out there looking good and all that other stuff? Why can't I do the same for me? Oh, okay, well, hurry up, I guess, because if not, I'm about to go. Then go! The f*** is going on? What does that mean to me? I'ma still pop it. What we talking about? And I had to peep that, bruh. Like, I had to peep that. Like, I really don't be popping my stuff. And for a long time, people expected me not to. I peeped that. And I had to heal from it. I even think about that sometimes when I get dressed. I caught myself thinking about that one day, like, let me not be too much. And then I caught myself like, no, do it. Do it. What they waiting for? Yeah, what are you talking about? I had to peep that. I'm like, no, she didn't just rush me, though. So you know what I did? Because we was only going out on the for real, off the humble of that person. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out just like this. Now, this is not this, y'all. But, you know, I recently cut my hair. And it was a little afro. I put a little, you know what I mean, on. I put my scarf on. Did my edges. I came out, whatever. I'm like, I'm here. And she like, that's what it took? That's what you was doing that was taking so long? I was like, no, I just gave up in the process. But here I go. And the one man was just like, it don't even matter. Natural look good on you. And I know that. I know that. Like, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to just doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But it made me think while I was there, is I get that a lot. A lot of people don't want me to be too much with them, you know? Remember this one time I was going out and I was like, hey, like we about to, hey, it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm about to get I'm about to get all colorful. You know, the only colorful dress I had was the one I bought when I went to Miami. And I'm like, I'm about to put this on. I'm about to accent it with this little cute green purse. I'm about to be looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wore this dress a couple of times, okay? And, you know, it's a magnet. It's a magnet. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's definitely that. You know, guys have definitely tried me, but you know, I know how to handle myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one guy tried to grab on me, and I'm just like, boy, don't touch me. And he talking about some, I mean, you got a lot. Like, don't touch me. I came out for me, not for you. This ain't yours. Don't touch me. Flat out. And that's just what it is. I don't, like, if anybody else was wearing whatever they wanted to wear, you know, I wouldn't never shame no woman about it. Unless, like, she coming out with a thong and a shirt on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going nowhere with you. You just screaming for it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to heal those wounds. I already got those wounds from my mama when I had to hide my body. And I understood why my mom was hiding my body as a, you know, as a young girl. Because I remember being hollered at 12. Like, I had body. Like, you know, this guy was like 19 trying to holler at me. And I'm just like, sir, I'm like 12. He was like, thanks for being honest. I'm like, yeah, I ain't trying to get you in jail out here. Like, I'm young as ever. Like, don't fall for the trap, my brother. Keep on walking. Okay, I ain't trying to be the reason. I ain't trying to be your reason, okay? But yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff I had to heal from. And I had to really sit here and think about everything that I went through in my past, okay? And become confident in it. This last year, about to become 2 years now, it has changed my perspective on a lot of things, you know. For one, it changed me because, for one, I wanted to love myself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when I first got into it, you know, a lot of things of my past was trying to come back to me, you know, convince me, you know, of things and whatever. But I had to really sit alone and face that, you know. Mind you, I wasn't taking therapy after a while anymore. You know, I stopped it. I kind of want to go back again, but eventually when I feel like I got the time and energy to do it. But right now, I just remain thinking about my therapist now. I haven't talked to her since, I was still in it when I last talked to her, for real. She been hitting me up too, like, I'm ready whenever you are. But there is so much that I would have to tell her, like, so much. Like, I remember the day that I was supposed to talk to her was my birthday. And something went down that night. Like, I ain't talked to her since. But I had to really face being alone. And that's where I peeped all that stuff. Like, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna say people ain't real or whatever. That's not what I want to say. Like, but what I want to say is, like, the people I had around me, I didn't like that, y'all expected me to be y'all cheerleaders. Y'all expected me to be like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know, like, not all my friends, but some of them used to treat me like a boyfriend or something, and I ain't like that shit. Like, why you ain't? I feel like you be treating me. You shouldn't feel like that. You should not. And I don't like that. Like, I'm a very likable person, and maybe that's where it comes from. A lot of people are drawn to me, like, even when I don't be doing nothing, I really don't be doing nothing. Like, I don't call on attention. I don't do that. But that's something that also I realized being by myself, like, it just happens because who I am, because I'm so motivated, because I got the heart to listen and even put my input in. Maybe you need to hear this. This is why I'm telling you this. Like, even when people don't want to hear it, I know how to distinguish all that drama. Like, no, that's not what I meant. Like, So I don't know. It just changed my perspective, because it's just like, I want to do for me, and I want to draw in people that really care about me, that hear me and don't be like, oh, I think that's dumb. Or, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like I just feel like I put myself in a lot of rooms where I wasn't loved for real. I wasn't loved. I was very misunderstood. And for other people's sake, they would make up or project how I take it. Project things on me that was never true. To once upon a time where, when I was very people pleasing, I believed it. I believed I was a terrible person because how people treated me, But what people don't know is that I've been treated like this since I was a child. Like, even my family would tell you, like, Taylor, you always been so sweet and kind. Like, you just always been that, And I know I've been that. That's what made me lose sight of who I was, because I didn't understand how I know myself to be this kind person. I know I don't have no ill towards nobody. I don't start drama with people. I don't do things like that. I didn't deserve the treatment that I had in my last situation. So why can't I be loved? And that's because I was around a lot of people that don't know what love is. And they loved me because I loved them. Still do. But I'll be damned if you be treating me fucked up because you projecting on me. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not about to sit here and be your mental punching bag, your verbal punching bag, because you don't know how to express yourself. You didn't get loved on when you whatever. I can't help that you feel this way, but at the end of the day, like it or not, I'm going to say it like this. God put me in your life for a reason. Why I'm so strong? I've been strong because this has been my life. This has been my life. I always had to walk away from people, even at a young age. Besides the people that I knew maybe from my mama and family, I have never had a solid friendship. Never did. And I don't have except one person. But again, through my mama. But besides my Najee, I didn't have no solid friends for real. That was my ace boon coon, still is. Like, other than that, I didn't have too many solid friendships. Like, you know, I feel like I was surviving in a lot of things where I wanted to be there. Or, because like I said, this ain't to everybody. But even in certain situations, you know, getting to know people and then like maybe something tragic happened, you know, and you just being there for them, you know, still getting to know them while they also going through their hurt, you know. You know, and I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people wanted me to be mad at certain people in my life, and I'm not mad at nobody for real. Like I said, I understand because it's bigger than that for real. I know hurt people. You know, I used to get bullied, like, but at the end of the day, like, I found out later why I was getting bullied. Because there was something in me. Like this one time, it just popped in my head. My mom was on a field trip with me. Now, mind you, this little girl, she did not like me. She did not like me. I don't care, though. She was just mean. I just felt like, I don't like you either. You just evil. I don't know what's wrong with you. But this one time, my mom came on a field trip with us. And, you know, she was so kind to my mother because my mom is kind. My mom is very sweet. And she was in my mom's group. I was in somebody else's group. But, you know, when we had to take a group picture, she got her arm around me, talking about some, say cheese. If you don't back up off me. What is this fake mess? What is this? But then, you know, next field trip we got, I meet her mama. And I could see why she loved my mama. Because she ain't had no love at home, obviously. I see why she mean. Your mama mean. Your mama is mean. Like, so, you know, and it's just like, but these are things that you got to go through too. Like, it's just things you just got to learn. You got to peep. And I just end up peeping people's situations because, again, I've been through it already. I seen it. I had to heal myself from it. You know, like, I've been through a crazy journey myself. I had to learn this at a young age. And now here I am as an adult. And, you know, even having the mother that I had to go to her and be like, Mommy, why do people do this to me? Like, why are people so mean to me? Why are people, you know, whatever? Or even in the relationship when I finally, you know, moved out of there and I was talking to her like, why do I put myself on the line to love, put my heart out there? And some way, somehow, the next person just figures out a way to try to make me evil, try to make me hurt. And she told me, like, because some people aren't used to you. Some people may not be used to the love that you're willing to give because they don't have that. They never seen that. For a person to sit there and question if your love is authentic, when you don't do nothing wrong, when you haven't cheated on them, when you haven't had people at their house popping up, when you really show somebody that you're genuine, some people can't handle that, and some people take advantage of that. They think, oh, this is such a nice, sweet person. They not gonna say nothing. They gonna sweep it under the rug. Da 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 da. You gonna reap what you sow. You gonna reap exactly what you sow. If you plan on somebody like that, you don't even realize the blessing. And for real, like, and I'm not just saying like I'm just this special gift from God, but I mean, but I'm just saying like I know that saying way too well, and I didn't see what it got me. Like I said, back in the day, I was a cheater too, popping it, didn't care. Boyfriend calling the phone. Who that? Nobody. Nobody. You know I'm here for you. You know I'm with you right now. Ain't nobody on that phone. Look at me, I'm hyping. I was playing. I wasn't that much of a cheater, but you know, back in the day, yeah, I definitely was doing me. I was doing me. But I also realized when I finally got cheated on, when I finally got hurt, I felt that. And then taking that vow not to cheat ever again. Oh yeah, I had to learn my lessons. You know, but I was learning them messed up in a messed up way. Like, yeah, don't cheat, but also don't get in situationships where you trying to commit in that. Like, you can't commit in a situationship. That's not gonna work. That's never gonna work. Y'all not even taking yourself serious. How you come into it is how it's gonna end. Remember that. Who quoted that? Tara and Peter Guns. And we all know how that went. We all know how that ended. I'm his wife. Woo! Woo, Amina! And there ain't nothing fake about that. Ooh, Amina! She was talking that ish, boy. She threw that on the phone. I'd have been upset too, like, boy, I done had 3 of your babies and you ain't even married me. Yeah, y'all, that's pretty much where I was at with it. So let's talk about challenges faced when dealing with trauma and healing. Okay. And I know we throw that word around a lot, trauma. But I just want to let y'all know, like, even if it is somebody that's been through trauma, whatever type of trauma, you know, that's when I'm not trying to say it because social media makes it this, I don't know, they be trying to like make this that word, like, but when I say trauma, I really mean like tragic situations, like traumatic experiences that you still think about, that still hold you back in certain situations. Like, that's what I feel like trauma is, like something that you still hold on to, even subconsciously. You don't even realize that's what you do because of the pain that's deep within you, you know. It's so much embedded in you, you really don't peep it. That's what I just, you know, and I just wanted to put that out there. But it says individuals who have experienced trauma often struggle with distorted self-image, feelings of shame, and lack of trust in themselves and others. Trauma becomes deeply ingrained in their identity, making it difficult to separate their true selves from their traumatic experiences. I should be a therapist or something. Didn't I just say that? I'm telling y'all. When I was in sociology, I already knew, and I'm mad that my English teacher failed me. She was a hater. Because if I would have passed, I would have been able to get into psychology. I'm at your neck, girl. I'm at your neck like a violin. She knew I would have been good at this. I would have told her what was wrong with her. No, I'm just playing. So let's acknowledge the stuff I wrote down. And can cause emotional difficulties like anxiety, anger, depression, as well as physical health problems, trust issues, difficulties in your daily life. Involve confronting traumatic memories, avoiding triggers, developing negative coping mechanisms like substance abuse. Okay, that hit home. Healing is a complex long-term process that requires patience and can be hindered by factors of trauma and existing mental health conditions. I feel like in that position that I was in, the emotional difficulties was I was anxious, I was angry. In it, I was depressed. I was very depressed. I never felt like doing anything for myself. I didn't feel like getting up and getting dressed. I didn't feel like doing my hair. I just never cared. Because even if I tried, I felt like it didn't matter. I wasn't seen. I wasn't too much complimented. And this is just me expressing me, you know what I'm saying? I can't keep on holding on because I feel like I'm not really getting into it, but I also don't want to sit here and, because I don't care. I really moved on from it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we both living our lives, we doing us, and it is what it is. I'm not going to hold that over them because overall, things can change. Like, that may have been a time period, and I pray that everything does change. I pray that nothing that I went through will be the same story for somebody else. But one thing I will admit to, and one thing I will sit here and say is that, yes, like, I was really going through a lot of stuff because I felt alone. I was a little bit taunted because I was told and the actions were shown that I didn't have that many people around me. And the only person that I did have around me physically was one of my friends. And even then, I kind of felt like, not a Debbie Downer too much, but it was just like, this person is just now getting to know me. And even though they got a taste of me before I got deep into these feelings that I'm feeling, I just felt like it's no way for you to truly know me in this time because I don't even know who I am at this time. I'm really like in a fog. I'm really trying to survive. I'm really trying to be a mother without losing my mind and leaving everything behind. Like, I was really like it was even a point, y'all, where I obviously went through what I went through to have my child, but there was some people that tried to downplay me like it wasn't my child. Some people still do that. Like, oh, he don't even look like you, or, or all you did was this. And that, like, that's hurtful, because it's just like, from what I know growing up, if the baby looked like whoever he looked like, especially if the baby looked like their dad, obviously he either got on my nerves all pregnancy or I loved him down. And in that point in time, I feel like he looked like his daddy because I truly did love him. I loved his dad. I loved him very much. I knew who he was that people didn't see him as. And I'm not talking about the bad parts, but also the good, the things that he had to work through, the things that he was going through, that I tried to be there for him for, tried to be a friend for him for, the things that he was going through that him himself may have not been strong enough to fight. And I was there being his shoulder. I was always by his side. I have never cheated on him. I never hurted him in a way. There is no reason why that man feels no type of way about me, because there was no point of time where I felt like I hurt him. But for sure it was just a lot though to deal with, because I felt like I was doing too much fighting. I was doing too much convincing, and in some periods of time I felt like I had to stay quiet for my peace. But when I stayed quiet, people would try to do things behind my back, and then when I finally want to speak up about it, oh, now you want to say something? You should have been said something. You didn't even tell me. You just did it. Or when I do try to talk about it, you want to turn it into a screaming match to the point where I'm about to faint because I'm screaming on top of my lungs to talk to you. It should not be like that. I should not feel like I can't express myself in my relationship. I shouldn't feel like my decisions shouldn't matter when this is my child. I was on the table damn near shaking having that baby. Nobody else was. I got cut open. That baby came out of my womb. And I'm not saying it like that. I hate that. Nobody's saying that. But at the same time, don't treat me like that. I feel like I'm a very fair person. I feel like I still do good for people. Even when people tell me I should not do what I do, I still look out. I still care. I'll still show up. Because that's my heart. But other than that, now I got boundaries, yes. There's certain things I'm not going to tell people. There's certain things I'm not going to deal with in a relationship. There's certain ways that I'm moving now that I didn't move before. Yes. Like, very much so. So, viewer question of the week, because I'm pretty much going in circles now. That's pretty much what it's looking like. But the question is, what's one healing practice that has worked for you? And what I said, dancing for hours till I'm tired. Because it brought me back to that nostalgic moment of me being a teenager, me being a kid, putting on my headphones and dancing it out. Hey, I be in here messing it up, blasting music, dancing, skipping, singing, crying to my favorite R&B songs. You know what I'm saying? Cussing in the mirror like, yeah, all that. Drawing, painting, going to the lake, looking at the water, listening to it just move. Those are my favorite things to do. Hanging out with people that I know are gonna love on me. you know, that don't see me as this big, hard exterior, but they see me as the flower that I am. Like, I want to be held. I want a hug. I want a kiss on my forehead. Like, I want to be soft. Stop expecting me to be strong. I'm a woman. You know, I do this because I got to. Because if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it. Nobody. Nobody. I got to do it for me. Like, for real. Like, I got to go do it or it ain't going to get done. You know? And that's all I want. I want to feel soft. I want to feel like I'm able to be delicate and especially with people. You know, especially around the people that I say I love. Like, I really want that moment to just be like, yeah, you know, I want to be able to cry. Like, people cry on me. They be, oh man, I want to do that. I want to do that too. I want to be able to cry and mess up your shirt. You know? But what I could say about mending the past, repairing the past, is just knowing right now what you need to do. You know? Here I am almost 2 years later, okay? And when it comes to that relationship, me and him are co-parenting. You know, we doing the best we can with it. You know, he done moved on. So now I also have to learn how to, you know, not only trust him, but I'm trusting his significant other when it comes to my child. And making sure that, you know, because I got her number too. I mean, what? Like, that's just something that we got to do. Like, yeah, we're going to talk to each other. We're going to have conversations. You know, of course, some things I bring up to his dad, but, you know, when it comes to her being also in my son's life, I don't have no problem. Like, just on Thanksgiving, she was there, you know, at his people's house. You know, and this girl reaching out for a handshake, you know what I'm saying? I gave her a hug because I don't want her to feel like I'm trying to step on no toes. I don't want her to feel like I'm trying to swoop back in and take my man back. I want my family. I don't know. Like, this is what he wants. I'm going to respect it. Me and him is cool. You know, he the father of my child. You know, I love him as far as that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He a friend of mine now. Like, you're a part of my family. Like, it is what it is. Like, and since you're here, all I could do is just increase the peace, you know? And like I told y'all before, people be wanting me to be bitter, talk mess, be mad. You don't feel no type of way. No, Shaquan. No. No, but for real. No, I don't. Because in all reality, I want it out. I wanted to be out of this. And I already knew that this was coming. And when I walked away and I took time for myself, which, you know, I loved on myself. I went and loved on me. I ain't go find no man and go get on some and get the, you know, I ain't do that. I couldn't do it. Because y'all know how I feel. My son right here. I done seen too many Tyler Perry, all types of crazy movies. Yeah. We ain't about to have no stranger in our home because I'm just lonely and I want a body to sleep next to me. Y'all see Stitch in the bed. That's all I need. No, I'm just playing. But, like, for real, like, I wanted to do different because my life is different. And then I got to also be there for my son's emotions, I don't want him to think that it didn't hurt me, that we're not all together. I'm not saying that about his dad. I don't know what his dad feel. I don't know. I'm not speaking for this man. I can only speak for myself. But, I really wanted to take the time. Like, he's in the position that I was when I was a little girl. I can remember, I don't even know. Not saying that this ever happened, but like, I remember this one time when I was like maybe 3 or something. And my mom came home. We was living with my great-grandparents. My mom came home and I remember asking her. She remembered this too. It's crazy. But she walked in. I was like, "What's your name?" And she was like, "Mommy." And then I forgot, something else was said. And then I was like, "Mommy, I wish I had a daddy." And I remember to this day my mama face. That broke her heart, that coming out my mouth. And I can sit here and tell y'all I meant that. Like, And then, like, I remember my dad at the age of 6 meeting my siblings for the first time. Like, that year I met my brothers and sisters. We all got to hang out and, whatever. And my dad telling me about it and letting me know, like, it ain't just you, it ain't just your sisters that you was with. You got brothers too, and da-da-da-da-da. And how excited I was, honestly. I'm like, really? I got more brothers and sisters? But I know that he looked at it a different way, because he dealing with whatever he got to deal with. Y'all know what I mean. But it's just like, learning that now and seeing that growing up and stuff like that, like, I promise you, I never wanted this. I never wanted this. I never wanted it to be like this, But the thing about it, and sitting down with it and taking the time for me and giving up sex and just really focusing on Taelr'd, it just made me realize, like, man, like, there's a certain way that you got to go about certain things if you really want good results, And truly how you mend the past is that right there. Remembering what really happened. Don't just sit there and say, like, why does that matter? I mean, whatever. That's just a thought of not being ready yet. Not being ready to open up that door. Giving up, But it matters because it really does come back out of you. Like, all the issues that I was dealing with that led up to me doing what I did and having a baby out of wedlock, I knew better than that. Let my grandma still be alive to this day. I hear it every day. You over there having sex, but you ain't got no ring on your finger. Girl, don't be coming for me. But she right, though. She right. I should not have been having sex with without a ring on my finger. Without that man showing me that he's truly committed to me. I should not have done that. That's real. And that's the one thing about being accountable and going through the healing journey. You gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be. You can't just be like, how did I get here? You put yourself here. How did you get here? Ain't nobody put no gun to your head. You put yourself here. You did what you did. And this is the results of it. Now, when you finally wake up to that, and when you finally say, okay, I'm done, I'm not doing this no more, things are about to change, then change them. But I'm here to tell you right here, right now, that change is going to bring some weight. It's going to bring some weight. Because just like I had to change, and just like my therapist kept me accountable, when I finally listened to her, when I finally was like, okay, let's try to put this into work, the things that I told her that I seen, I'm like, this is hurting my feelings. Like, the fact that I did that and they're coming at me like that makes me feel some type of way. And she made me realize, because you were this in their life, but now since you're cutting that, now they're upset because they needed you. They needed you for this area. That's the only thing they needed you for. It's not like you cussed them out. It's not like you spit on their kids, slapped their mama, took their granny wig off. Like, you, all you said was no. No, I can't do that for you. No, I don't have that money for you. No, I can't drive all the way there, take you to the store, take you back to this place, and then go buy you some cigarettes out of my money. Hell no, I can't do that for you. I can't do it for you. And that's when you really see who people are, or what you was really in those people's lives for. All right, y'all, we about to close this out. And before we close it out, of course, the new feature. Let's close it off with some motivation. And the motivational quote I have is, healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls our lives. I be loving that, man. That's good. That is good. To no longer control our lives, man. I'm telling you. Like, y'all don't understand. I'm really not getting deep into it. I'm telling y'all, first of all, y'all better join the community, okay? Join the community, okay? Link is in the bio and on the page, okay? Join the community, because that's where I'm about to be. I'm about to be getting on live and talking to y'all for real, okay? Because y'all, and like I said, don't come to this community on some BS. We don't do none of that. But yeah, like, I love that. Healing doesn't mean damage never existed. It means damage no longer controls our lives. And that's real. Like, all that stuff that I did to please the next person, and come to find out, like, when I took off them chains, it hurt in a way of, like, it's like when you finally take something heavy off your back, you just like, you still feel it on your back, but it's like also a big feeling of release. Like, it's like, I don't have to deal with this no more. I don't have to do that. I don't have to, settle. And let me just tell y'all too, like, I feel like I said this before, but if you feel like you're not settling, then don't take none of that to heart, Don't take it to heart. But what I'm motivating people to do, and matter of fact, this is what just popped in my head, and I'm going to say it because that sounds even better. Because y'all know what's up. One thing I always tell myself is, the devil is the one that causes confusion. Okay? He the one that got your mind all out the way. You be sitting right here, your mind all the way on 105th of St. Clair, boy. I don't know where you at. I don't care if you never even heard of that street. That's where your mind at, though. Your mind be way somewhere else. But that's how you know that it's not good for you. When it has you confused, when it has you questioning things, when you know you ain't supposed to be there, but something just hooks you there. Like, it could be sex, it could be, a child, it can be money, it could be anything, Because when I look at it, it was certain things that had me there. Yeah, it was certain things that I was settling for where I was just like, but at least I got this. Until people was trying to use those things as like I was using them for it. Like, nah, I thought you was just blessing me. I thought you had a kind heart. Like, real quick, I had to show people, pop up and show. Like, I could go get this myself. I thought you were trying to lighten my load, not do it because you wanted to say later, like, this is all I do for you. And you better act right or I'm going to take it away. Take it away. Take it away. Like, what are you talking about? I don't care about none of that. You could take it away. I'll be fine. I'll still have clothes on my back, somewhere to sleep, all that. I'm going to still take care of myself. But I'm just saying, like, if you're settling in something and the only thing that got you still there is the thing that hooked you, not love. Not love. Because God is love. God, like, it's easy. It's easy. It's not even hard to get to. It's not even hard. Like, it's just like, man. Hey, let me say this. Let me just say this, y'all. I don't even truly know where this is, but I'm going to just say this. I was in a situation where I didn't even know what was real when it came to that. But after everything then passed, God presented me something. And I was so scared to approach it. But when I sat back and thought about it that day after I left, I was just like, God, you really cleared the room. Like, you really cleared the room, like, to place me right there back into this spot. And I pray that, I ain't miss nothing. But also at the same time, like, I know what God been telling me, so I'm just going to be patient. But I'm telling you, like, that whole week, I was just like, please, God, please just show me the signs. Show me something. Like, show me. And I got confronted. God confronted me when I looked at my Bible. I forgot which ones they were. I'm going to have to look in my history and online, but it's on my phone. But when I sat back and thought about it, he was telling me how I was being impatient. And basically, he in control. Like, I need to stop being so impatient, especially when it comes to my healing. Because what am I rushing for when this is life? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yes, God could call you home anytime, but at the same time, y'all, like, take your time. What my girls say on YouTube, spend some time with your father, okay? Because, like, for real, like, that's another thing that I learned to help me mend the past, is truly taking my time and watching what God is doing. Like, please don't take my words as being cliche. Like, I really don't like when people be trying, but really, that's on y'all. That's on y'all and y'all relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't keep on forcing this down y'all throat. If y'all hear me, you gonna feel me. Flat out. So all my ladies out here, be patient. Okay? I be telling girls on my job, like, I feel good not having sex. And they be like, I feel bad for you, girl. I don't feel bad for me at all. Because guess what? I'm not somewhere effing on some dude that got a girlfriend or got a situation or got a whole roster of hoes. You know what I'm saying? That he over here telling y'all the same thing every day. Don't even realize he got somebody hidden in the shadows and there ain't none of y'all on the roster. You feel what I'm saying? Over here being head over heels over people that won't even choose you when the real one come out the shadows. Me or her? Who are you? I'm telling you, like, because I've been there. I seen that. I seen it with other females. It ain't pretty. And it's honestly exhausting. And it also knocks down that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody need to know that you got good. Nothing. Okay? Let your husband know that. Okay? How about and stop having sex. For real. Lock it up. Cause Miss Pat was saying that. It's supposed to be the end, but like I really want y'all to hear this. Like Miss Pat from BET. She made me feel some type of way. A little bit. Just a little bit. Because I had my moments when I was thinking a little nasty or whatever. As you know, not getting none does have you in your mind a little bit. But you gotta stay strong. You gotta stay strong out here. Because that's how the devil will get you. He would play with your mind. You would think the next dude, if you really in that mood and somebody giving you a little bit of attention and you a little sidetracked that day and you end up doing something for real, yeah. It can get that easy. Because as long as I've been doing it, and I'm not saying like I know people that's ain't had sex longer than me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they be nasty. I hear you. But no, like it's just like you gotta be strong. And you gotta realize like what do I want to say? Once you really find yourself in that moment where it's truly just you, like I had to mentally tell myself, like, I'm in a relationship with me, like I'm dating me, and if I cheat on myself, I already know how I'm gonna feel about me. And that's flat out. I'm not going out here letting nobody waste my time. I'm not going out here and giving somebody my body that don't deserve my body. I'm not going out here and possibly even putting myself in the position where I could get pregnant again. Like, you know, I don't want to go through a situation twice. Now I got 2 kids, 2 different baby daddies. You know, I'm just out here and not knocking anybody that does. Like, please don't take it like that. But I'm saying, like, if that ever has crossed your mind before or even during this situation of that, you know, I feel you. Don't do it again. You know, I'm like way scared for the next time because I still want kids. But there's a way that I got to go about it this time. I got to go about it differently. I can't just boom, bam, thank you, sir. Like, you know, I got to really get to know this person and really see how it goes. You know, take your time. Don't rush into nothing. You know, prepare yourself because it get crazy out here and you don't want to waste your time no more. Get to know yourself well enough so when it is time to date, you already can call it. I see that. Or he be calling me too much, and then as soon as I don't call him, here come the text message. Girl, I know you ain't out here. Why are you screaming? You know I'm at work. But, you know, you got to pay attention to stuff. Like, you got to figure out how your healing needs to be prioritized in your life. And you need to understand that only you know how to heal yourself. Nobody else can heal you. Sex can't heal you. Drugs can't heal you. None of that. Some wise words can help. That's the Bible. Going outside in nature can help. Feeling something. Hearing something. Art can help because now you're creating. You're birthing something. Birthing new ideas. Creating something new that you can cherish, that you can put up on your wall and be like, man, I remember that day. It made me feel good. That's all I got to say. But all right, y'all. That's it. Okay? I just want to say to my viewers, I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming back, okay? And listening to your girl give you some type of something. And if you love this, get them hip to some soul food, okay? And get them hip. Get them hip, get them hip, and get them hip, okay? All right, get them people liking and subscribing too. Come on, y'all. Let's tap in. And like I told y'all, go ahead to the community. Go ahead to the community. The link is in the description box. Tap on those links. I can't even talk. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. I love you guys. See you next week. Peace.